You didn't become this person by accident. You became this person because of something you believe, something you didn't even choose. And once you see it, you won't be able to unsee it. Have you ever noticed how you describe yourself? I'm shy. I'm not a leader. I'm just not confident. I'm bad with people. I'm not creative. It feels like a fact, like something carved in stone, like something solid, like that's just who you are, like that's just the way you were born. But what if I told you something different? What if that identity you carry around isn't actually a fact about you? What if it's just a story you keep telling yourself? And the scariest part? Every time you tell it, you reinforce it. Every time you repeat it, you make it more real. But what if I told you that might not be who you are at all? What if your personality isn't something you discovered, but something you've been practicing? What if you're not being yourself, but creating yourself over and over again? Your brain has one main job, not to tell you the truth, not to show you reality accurately. Its job is to make your reality consistent with what you believe. Consistent, not accurate, not true, consistent. This is the mechanism that most people never see, and it's running your life right now. Your brain is constantly looking for evidence that confirms what you already believe, not looking for truth, looking for confirmation. If you believe you're shy, your brain is scanning for moments where you were quiet. If you believe you're not good at your job, your brain remembers every mistake you ever made. If you believe people don't like you, your brain filters for moments of rejection, and it ignores everything else. It literally deletes the contradictory evidence before you even notice it. Your brain is a belief confirmation machine, and it's relentless. Your brain isn't doing this maliciously. It's following a simple rule that kept your ancestors alive: make reality match the belief at all costs. Because if you believed there was danger in the jungle, you stayed alert. That belief could save your life. Your brain learned belief first, then evidence, not the other way around. Example number 1, the confidence loop. Let me show you exactly how this works. If you believe you're not confident, here's what happens next. You walk into a room. Your belief says, I don't belong here. So your body language changes unconsciously. You stand smaller, you talk quieter, your eyes go down, your voice gets softer, you take up less space. People notice. Not consciously, but they notice. They respond to that version of you. The smaller version, the quieter version, the withdrawn version. They don't engage as strongly. They don't lean in. They don't ask you questions. And your brain thinks, see, I told you, you're not confident. Look at how they reacted. But here's the thing they weren't reacting to. They weren't reacting to the real you. They were reacting to the belief you projected. And now, in your mind, it feels like proof. The loop is complete. You created evidence for your belief by acting from your belief. Example number 2, the intelligence belief. You're in school. You struggle with one subject, one bad grade. Maybe the teacher made a comment. Maybe you felt stupid in front of the class. You think, I'm just not good at math. Now a belief is born, deep, real, solid. Next time you see a math problem, your brain panics. Not because it's actually hard, but because you already know you can't do it. Anxiety goes up. Focus goes down. Your hands start shaking. You make mistakes you normally wouldn't make, simple mistakes, because your nervous system is already telling you you're going to fail. And you think, yep, confirmed, I'm bad at math. But what if you were actually fine at math? What if the belief just made you bad at performing math? There's a difference, and most people never realize it. The cycle looks like this: belief, behavior, reaction, reinforcement, identity. Let me break it down so you see it clearly. Step 1. You have a belief. Deep. Usually from your past, maybe from childhood, maybe from one bad experience. I'm not likable. I'm not worthy. I'm not intelligent. I'm not creative. I'm not a natural leader. Step 2. That belief shapes your behavior, not consciously, unconsciously. If you believe you're not likable, you hold back. You don't share. You make yourself small. You don't reach out to people. You wait for them to come to you, because subconsciously you think, if I show up fully, they'll reject me. So you show up partially instead, as a protection. Step 3. People respond to that behavior, not to who you actually are, but to the version of you that you're projecting. Your withdrawal, your hesitation, your smallness. People sense it, and they respond accordingly. Step 4. Your brain collects this as evidence. See? I was right. They didn't connect with me. Nobody does. You interpret their response as proof of your belief, even though they were just responding to your protection. Step 5. The belief gets stronger. Now it feels true. Not because it is true, but because you made it true through your own behavior. And the next time you're in a social situation, the loop spins tighter. Now here's where it gets deeper, darker, more real. You didn't choose most of your beliefs. They weren't selected by you rationally. They were built, brick by brick, from experiences you went through. Some painful, some embarrassing, some that changed you forever. A parent said something harsh when you were 7 years old. Belief formed. A friend betrayed you at 12. Belief cemented. A teacher made you feel stupid in front of the entire class. Belief installed. You failed something you wanted badly. You gave it everything, and you failed anyway. Belief reinforced. You went through rejection in relationships. Belief deepened. You tried something creative and people laughed. Belief strengthened. Every moment left a mark. Every mark shaped a belief, and every belief started shaping you. Some of these beliefs are helpful, but some beliefs are prisons. I'm not smart enough. I'm unlovable. People can't be trusted. I'll never be successful. I'm just not that kind of person. I'm broken. I'm damaged. I'm too much. I'm not enough. These beliefs don't just describe reality. They create reality. They become prophecies that fulfill themselves. And you become the evidence. Here's what most people don't understand. You're not broken because of these beliefs. You're not weak because of these beliefs. You're actually really smart. Your brain is brilliant at making reality consistent with your beliefs. It's doing its job perfectly. It's just that the belief might be wrong. And your brain doesn't care if the belief is true or false. It just makes reality match it either way. So ask yourself this question, and really sit with it for a moment. Pause the video if you need to. How much of who you are today is actually you? How much of your personality is your authentic self? And how much of it is just a pattern you've been repeating? A belief you inherited, a story you were told, a moment that shaped you. And you've been living from that moment ever since, without questioning it. Think about the you that you describe to people. When you meet someone new, how do you describe yourself? That description. That's not a description of who you are. That's a description of the beliefs you carry about who you are. And those beliefs have been shaping your choices, shaping your relationships, shaping your opportunities, shaping your entire life, without you even realizing it. The invisible prison. Here's the danger that most people don't see coming. The danger is not the belief itself. A belief by itself is just a thought. It has no power. The danger is when you stop questioning it, when you accept it as truth, when you stop asking, is this actually real? And you start just living from it. When that happens, the belief becomes an identity, and an identity becomes a cage. I'm shy stays as a belief until you believe it completely. Then it becomes, I am shy. And now it's not just something about you, it's who you are. Which means you can't change it, because you can't change who you are. That's just you. I'm anxious becomes, I'm broken. I'm not creative becomes, I can never create anything valuable. I'm not a leader becomes, I shouldn't even try. I'm bad with money becomes, I'll never be wealthy. I'm not attractive becomes, nobody will ever be attracted to me. And just like that, a belief becomes a limit becomes an identity, and an identity becomes a prison. The worst part? The prison is invisible. There's no lock. There's no guard. There's no bars. You built it yourself, and you're maintaining it yourself. Every day, every choice, every time you say, that's just not who I am, you reinforce the walls. Every time you don't try because I'm not that kind of person, you build the prison higher. The break. But here's the truth that most people never realize. If a belief can shape your reality, if a belief can change your behavior, if a belief can make you act in ways that create evidence for itself, then a new belief can do the exact same thing. A new belief can create new behaviors. New behaviors create new reactions from people. New reactions become new evidence. And now a different reality starts forming, not because the world changed, but because you changed. This is not positive thinking. This is not fake it till you make it. This is not ignoring reality. This is understanding the mechanism and using it consciously instead of unconsciously. If you've been unconsciously creating limiting beliefs your whole life, you can consciously create empowering beliefs starting today. If you've been unconsciously gathering evidence for beliefs that limit you, you can consciously gather evidence for beliefs that serve you. If you've been unconsciously making choices that reinforce who you thought you were, you can consciously make choices that create who you want to become. Practical awareness. So here's what I want you to do, starting today, starting right now. Next time you catch yourself saying, "That's just who I am," pause, just pause, don't keep going, stop, and ask yourself a different question. Is this who I am, or is this just who I've been practicing? Is this who I am, or is this just a belief I inherited? Is this who I am, or is this just a pattern I learned to survive? Is this who I am, or is this just what I've been reinforcing? Is this who I am, or is this something I can change? Because the moment you ask that question, you've already started to break free. The moment you question the belief, it loses some of its power. It stops being absolute truth, and it starts being just a thought. A thought you can examine, a thought you can choose to believe or not believe, a thought you can replace. You're not stuck, not really, not unless you believe you are. You're not fixed, not really, not unless you believe you are. You're not your past patterns, not unless you keep repeating them. You're the result of what you've repeated, what you've believed, what you've practiced over and over again. And repetition can change. Beliefs can change. Patterns can shift. Identity can expand. You can become someone different, not by willing it, not by trying harder, but by changing what you believe about yourself and then living from that belief instead. You didn't discover yourself. You've been creating yourself every day, every choice, every belief, and you still are, right now, in this moment. You're creating yourself. So the question is, what do you want to create? Who do you want to become? What belief would serve that version of you? And more importantly, are you willing to start living from it? If this made you see yourself differently, if you realized something about a belief you've been carrying, just comment, "I see it." Not because I need the validation, but because the moment you acknowledge it, you've already started to change it. Awareness is where everything begins. Thank you for watching.